They're like those dudes at the mall who have like the helicopter toys to try to get you interested and just throw them up in the air and nowhere. Like, what? And yes, I will. I'll take 12. Thank you.
Yeah, just like Link, you gotta buy things to upgrade. You are at the flea market, you're buying the knives, you're buying the bow and arrow. I do think there is something to that though, in the way Zelda and a lot of other video games, like it's all inventory management, and as far as like the growth is the consumption of newer and newer souls, which is why, you know, the Souls games are actually like aware of that as a function of the karma within the universe and kind of account for it in the lore, which is why they're so good. But it starts here with this discrete inventory. It lays the land out for how video games can make you feel growth through just simply, you know, snowballing and enduring and persevering. It's that late game high of rolling around a low level area in Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And just one punching all the dudes who were bullies to you so long ago. As you can see right now, I'm just kind of rolling through.
Man, it's the American dream.
Right.
You get back.
It's the American dream. Like, yeah, you get the huge SUV with all the cow catcher trappings and the cages and the rollover, and you just blasting, you know, 120 down the freeway, just like monster trucking over people. Hell you know.
Well,
hell yeah, brother! All American muscle. Gonna shred through a high school football field on this thing. I'm gonna be so cool.
God damn, I'm gonna be so cool, guys.
Just like the driver.
It's true.
Again, in Drive, it's just like, it's not even a point that there's tension within the chases. It's just a showcase of like, look, he's good at driving. He drives. That's what he does.
He's real fast.
It's a showcase of like, look at my bookshelf. Look at my CD collection. Look at my tastes. Look at my skills. I am a collected and curated action figure. Sort of the Chihuahua dog to the direwolf that is the Romance of the Count of Monte Cristo, which we've been bringing up more and more as we play. I keep bringing up how that's sort of the dawn of a new individualist fantasy. You know, it's the French Batman. It's the 1800s. The individual can affect the outcome of the political and can have this grand sweeping romantic place within the narrative of history. All you have to do is find the magic treasure or go to jail next to the right, you know, magic old man.
It's true.
And you too can be a mysterious pirate captain shonen protagonist.
Just like I imagined.
Yeah, Krutler, we love Dark Souls here. I don't want to say too much, but I have a special guest in mind, maybe in June, for some special Souls stuff. We got some special books in mind, specifically addressing ideas within Dark Souls. Not sure which one we're gonna play at. I don't want to say too much, but keep that in mind. I'll keep talking about it as we stream. Also, on the note of the Count of Monte Cristo, we watched hundreds of Beavers this past Easter as part of just watching stuff related to the stream. We watched it on our Discord. We're going to be watching the Count of Monte Cristo tomorrow at 6 p.m. CST. There's a newish adaptation of it I'm curious about. And it's been recurring in the episodes, so I figure it's worth throwing on.
Yeah, it seems like real appropriate. It definitely keeps popping up a lot.
And swashbuckling stories of adventure.
I mean, I love that. Sign me up. I love good adventure stories.
Yeah, Hundreds of Beavers is wild. Alright, I don't think there's much I need to do besides roll into this next dungeon. So this dungeon's mean, but I'm armed with bombs and knowledge and power and strength. Really, my strategy devolves in these last two dungeons into just stalking up and brute forcing as far through as possible while picking up the items. There's a magic key in this dungeon that gives you infinite keys if I remember right, so we definitely want to grab that. And then there's a book that upgrades the wand, which we also want to upgrade.
Oh yeah, Dark Souls helped you get through depression.
Yeah. There's quite a few essays and such on that phenomenon. It does provide a perfectly hermetically sealed universe in which you can apply yourself and can functionally, you know, pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Which, within the context of the game, that's fine. It's when you don't recognize that that's, like, because of the conditions of the world, like, the game, and, like, you can't do that in real life. Not in the same way
as the game that is set for it.
The game has set you up to best exercise that muscle. You know, you get yourself practicing self-improvement through self-direction and growth of the character. This is why it's one of the best RPGs. It's using the engine of character growth and interactive media to tickle something in you. It's transcendent.
Yeah, we love being tickled.
There's a reason it has the cult it does. I among them. I'll definitely want to talk more about it when we get to actually playing Souls games, but I do feel there's a particular feeling of being 20. The decade that was my 20s, I don't know, there's some soul, not to be a guy who plays one video game and makes it his whole life, but the way that NPCs act within Dark Souls, because everybody's kind of on this existential quest for glory and trying to figure their shit out, it's reflected some characters I've seen throughout my 20s as far as people who they don't get it, or things happen and they get stuck on certain fixations or fetishes that impede their ability to I don't know, chase their dreams or be more self-fulfilled. They get stuck in their own kind of conundrums of anger and violence, or just confusion. I don't know if this is in part because of, because we live in Austin, where a lot of people came in the 2010s for media jobs, so you get a lot of people who landed here and they're like, I'm going to make a movie, and then the way that dream doesn't quite come true and how that affects the person if they're not equipped to kind of, deal with a life that's not like that.
Yeah, that's not like the fandom that you, or the...
Like, yeah, sure, you're gonna, like, how are you gonna become the next Christopher Nolan, or...
Yeah, you just gotta keep making stuff. It's ultimately what it is, regardless.
Yeah, this is something that the Souls games and Berserk get into with, like, sense of purpose and, like, figuring out who you are. How crazy are you gonna get for a dream? And, like, how ethical is that?
I think Austin is also a really interesting case study because it was very much like old school Texas hippies, like a very slow going town that is like being forced to be brought into like high speed like media world.
Yeah, so there's like this background of like forced or adaptive change. Yeah.
And which was so weird because it got like, I just remember, going from New York City in that film world, and like New York definitely has an energy to itself. Like there's always something going on, you're always on, like, and then Austin, Texas was like people were always late for things, no matter where you went. And I was like, first I didn't really like understand, then I started becoming late for things because everyone else is gonna be late for things. It's the middle of Austin, Texas, it's hot, it's the summer, like just chill out. But it's real funny. Some people can't handle it. Barney's decided that she doesn't want to sit and play with us anymore, so sorry, y'all. She'll be back. Maybe.
I guess what I'm trying to also get at with a lot of this, I need bombs. I need bombs is what I'm trying to get at. That's the moral of the story. Don't think too heavily about everything else. Just get bombs.
Yeah, pick a thing, pick a direction, get bombs, pick a direction, go for it.
USA.
U.S.
Let's go to a ferry and see if I can get some bombs. So I found the magic book, which upgrades the magic wand. I can now shoot fire everywhere. That's very useful. It allows you to also clear out forests super fast, because instead of one fire per screen, you can light all the fires you want all the time. But I bring up the Souls quest for meaning thing, feeling like growing up in your 20s in America, also because of just the popularity of cults. I don't know, I think a lot of Americans in general are educated, you know, they go through the public education system, which is of extremely varying quality and competence everywhere. And then you're just kind of dumped in your 20s without much of an idea of what social interactions are, or like how things actually function beyond your high school curriculum. And you have also just like, you know, the conditions are so hostile as far as the job landscape, the employment landscape, housing, that you're instantly just emotionally alienated and primed to fall for something like a cult.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think that's part of what I'm trying to get at with the way Dark Souls feels like that as well, where, you know, you see people in their 20s suddenly joining MLMs, or the guy who's going to be the next Christopher Nolan ultimately like directing a one-man show detective story where the detective's trying to solve a mystery and the resolution is I am the serial killer within my own head, but actually it wasn't a murder, it was a suicide. Bum, bum, bum.
Whoa, identity.
The John Cusack classic, yeah.
Love it. I watched that movie a lot more than I care to admit as a child, which is a really weird one to pick as a kid.
It appears sophisticated enough to where, like, as a kid, you think it's like what an adult movie is, because
exactly.
it's about like mental illness, and there's like a sophisticated mystery, and it's not about dragons, so you know.
It's a whodunit, so you're like, okay, but who did do it?
Yeah, Spider-Man's not in it, so it's serious.
It's true. No Spider-Man, it means it's serious. Yes.
And I bring up the cults and the spiritual nature of it because, as you can see, if you're surrounded by narratives of heroes in adventure, like the characters of Dark Souls seeking to be heroes, seeking their own son, but they don't know really the actual... Without the internal growth, if you think it's just a matter of purchasing more hearts, you get frustrated. This is, you know, the whole Buddhist materialist thing of
But Henry, I have like a giant big old truck. I got a $3,500 truck payment every month.
You can be
Did I do it right?
You end up like, you know, James Somerton. Was it like $80K he was spending on gear? Just like, why aren't you making movies at that point if you say you want to make movies?
Right? You're just like, dude, you can literally make movies with phones.
Yeah.
And be like good
ones. You know, with that money you can pay actors to stand in front of your phone camera, right?
You can pay good actors. Yeah, God, that's so funny. I love it when... That's a really funny case, too, of just, like, someone who only knows how to grift, so all he can do is grift. Like, he literally can't just do the work, which is all he has to do. Which is why you, like, really don't want to train yourself with bad habits, because, like, you become your bad habits.
It's taking fake it till you make it to the worst extent.
Yeah.
Where you're just faking it to yourself and you're not making anything because, yeah. And
then all you know how to do is steal. Because people know you steal like they know what you do.
And I'm not going to say Zelda alone entrenches these habits or anything like that, but it is worth thinking about how gaming gets people conceptualizing their own life narrative if gaming's their primary intake of fiction.
I'm trying to think of all the kids who also kill their parents because they don't get to play video games. It's just...
I would like more actual stats and stuff. Actually, yeah, look up that kind of stuff. I was like, I don't want to fully discount that as over exaggerated hyperbole or anything like that, but I am curious to what extent that does happen as far as violence in video games and their relationship goes.
Right. Well, I always like there's violence and that's what's causing it. It's like, we've been violent because we're humans.
Right.
There's always been violence.
We're gonna play Doom and talk about that in time. But you bring up a good point about being the games, because I think even without the video games, Drive is very much that narrative. It's the, just be the cool guy and coast. Movies have been that forever. That was Brando and James Dean's whole shtick is, just coast. Right. Just be cool.
Buy the thing and then you got it.
Right.
You have the jacket, you have the cool
Get the Drive jacket and you will be Drive.
How many cool cars do you really need?
Obtain your emblems and totems.
Yeah.
Okay, for a moment I thought the mics died. Okay, now I'm doing another spelunking in to find the key. I still don't have bombs though. That's my folly.
You really need those for.
Oh, look at this frame rate.
Yeah, I was just about to say something. Run, my little boy. Just getting beaten by these men.
It's okay. I have the big shield.
Oh, that's good.
Also, the Master Sword does away with those guys in 2 stabs. It's not too bad.
So it's very chaotic. Barney, what are you doing?
I think if I had bombs, it'd be over here. Oh yes, cool.
Barney, you're the worst producer we've ever had. Come on. Come say hi to the people. Yeah, Mom.
And that whole running away from the internal, or like expecting the external to fix the internal, is curious to me because I've been noticing more expat bloggers. Shout out to Wizworld Live. They always cover the best internet weirdos to keep an eye on. But even before the show I watched on, I want to say yesterday, I watched an afternoon show of Wizworld where they were looking at expats.
It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting to see like how many of them are very much like, guys, like America, like we're all gonna have to like live in tiny houses and live abroad now if we want to continue living this specific type of lifestyle.
I mean, like for some people that could be fun, but like I don't think we need to like go crazy.
Yeah. It just reminds me of, for those who we haven't brought into the fold on it before, our parallel universe, which we're refugees from, because, one of the things that's different there is the way America is just not a country. It's more like a franchise, and there's people who license it out and run it in different regions of the world. That I don't know. It seems that's where things are headed here.
Yeah, it seems pretty similar.
I don't get why we're in this timeline if it's just going to be the same things again, but that's for the bigwigs to tell us when they're ready,
Yeah. It's, far be it from us to think of things that really we don't need to worry our pretty little heads about.
No, yeah, we're here to do what they told us to do, which is play the video games and get the clicks.
Do we get the clicks, people?
I think we should have Barney and pretend like we have been talking about this, or somebody's gonna get mad at us.
Have you been clicking, son?
Are you winning, kids? We don't know what the conditions of the win state are, Dad.
No. What the fuck does winning even mean?
What is winning?
What even is it? No one knows.
Those are weak to arrows, the Pole's voice. Oh, you know what? I do have 200 rupees and nothing to waste it on, so I should use arrows.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Crudler.
Yeah. Winning definitely isn't getting mocked by Pole's voices.
But even the expat thing speaks to that. Just buy the things. Like, we'll just go somewhere and buy the right appearances and accoutrements and still have the same lifestyle, even though we're fundamentally like changing our context and geography.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I mean, I love the idea of being an expat. That seems fun, traveling around for certain.
I think it'd be cool if we just had a one-world government. That's right, you're hearing it here, folks. I'm a reptilian. I think a new world order is necessary. I'm I'm here to woke wash the world through playing video games. You caught me. Somehow this is going to lead to a borderless society where everybody has healthcare. I just don't know how yet, but you got me. You got me.
Dang. Bet you feel pretty foolish, huh, Henry?
Extremely, actually.
Caught with your pants down.
I've been working at this for 50 years.
Yeah. You look great for 50.
Thank you. I've been meaning to.
Like, my God. I do love traveling, though. I've wanted to travel. After I recently found a DVD of my trip to England and Ireland from 2006, I was like, wow, that was 20 years ago. I should really go abroad again.
Yeah, we may not be able to do it soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
We've actually been talking a little bit about that in the Discord, just talking about like the safety and travel with your smartphone, so that way people can't be accessing your stuff. It's great. Man, Josh Foreman, you turned 50 on Sunday. Happy birthday!
Yeah, happy belated, dude.
That is awesome. Happy half a centennial. Like that is some progress. That's impressive. How do your knees feel? Do they feel like 50-year-old knees? I know literally after I turned 30, my back hurt just a little bit. It's fine now, but like as soon as I was...
Speaking of, be sure to stretch.
Yeah. That's one thing with me and Henry. Every time we are watching these videos, like, man, I just like turn into a shrimp anytime I'm on a couch. And I need to not shrimp. I need...
No shrimp here.
Yeah, dude.
Only lobster.
Only lobster, no shrimping, okay?
Wow, I didn't realize the arrows really do shred through them that, like, quite easily. I've always sorted the pulse voices just because I'm a dumb sword and board man.
Man, you get
I've been educated.
better.
Yeah, I've been educated in the ways of projectiles. Thank you.
And honestly, this is exactly like what you were talking about last time, where like this would be at a bar, people are like giving hints on why you do certain things.
Exactly.
Ways, like
Tower Jiraga or Souls-like co-op.
Yeah, the community, it's really cool.
Yeah, so if I'm bragging too much on video games for reaffirming or lubricating the mind for solipsistic or masturbatory worldviews, by the same coin, they can be items of social fun and lubrication for friendships. Man, that's gonna get clipped weird, ain't it?
Yeah. Also, I like this. We need a posture check channel reward alarm. I think it's actually a great idea. Just
Onanistic.
Let's see what else. And Josh, glad to hear your knees are holding up fine. When you tweak your back every time you do delts or bicep day. Interesting. I'm really excited. The next place we're going to be going to has places to work out and
yes, just a heads up if there's any irregularities in our programming.
Yes.
We are moving locations.
Yep.
Over the next few weeks. We're trying to do this as smooth as possible, but if we rerun anything, that's what's going on there.
Yeah, we're not going away completely.
We love
back.
you, and we want to continue doing this. We have so many big ideas.
Yeah, we just have to go. We just got to go pick up our pack of cigarettes and grab some milk from the store. But we'll definitely be back.
We will. With not at this location, at a new location, but same place on the internet.
Yep. I'm real excited. Man.
All right, so we've got the 2 items. We promise.
We promise. We definitely promise. I'd pinky swear, but you can't really do that as much on the internet, but you know.
We can't roam too far.
Yeah.
Barney would do horrible things to us.
Yeah. She's so happy. She's so cozy right now. We love our tiny dogs, don't we, folks?
Man. Alright, I'm trying to remember.
Oh man, chat, question for everybody too, random. But recently I just saw there's a new horror movie called Clown in a Cornfield. That's being released on Shudder, but it's having like a pre-release where it's going to be playing at drive-in theaters. And I personally love drive-in movie theaters. I went a couple times last year, but I'm curious, is that still a thing that y'all are doing?
Drive-ins?
Yeah, I'm like, have you been to a drive-in in a while?
I haven't been to a drive-in in a while. There was one up in Indiana I remember going to. That was a long time ago, though.
Yeah. It was like college days, right?
Yeah.
Around them times? Yeah.
There wasn't a drive-in, but I remember seeing something outside at Stunt Ranch down south as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, was it not Neon?
The Bad Batch.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Jimmy's got the tunes.
Interesting. No, I haven't been to one. There was one here in Austin.
Spectacle Rock is an entrance to death.
What?
Cool, dude. Can I buy a knife off you? Like.
Yeah, bro. Where's your little knife table? Where's your trinkets, buddy?
I am glad we broke the run-up into the sections we did because, yeah, this dungeon in particular and the last dungeon are much. My strategy is much less refined. I'm actually.
Yeah.
Especially with this arrow technology?
Yeah, truly it's changed the game in some.
I've always been hesitant to use the arrows in this game because if you notice, it's one arrow is 1 rupee. It's just however many rupees you have is how many arrows you can use.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that actually is a really fun sort of like dynamic as far as a weapon. That'd be like a fun dynamic in the game too, how they have like ways to like distract people as if you're using your coins and actually have to use your money to throw and distract people every time.
Yeah.
I love good game dynamics. It's a real good time.
All right, how do I
live
without you?
I want to know. We don't know.
Actual map analysis going on here. See, so I did end up going to that place earlier. Oh, I think I know. Oh, I know. Ho, ho.
Don't I know it?
You know what? I don't know how much that would help with gun control or not, but I'm willing to give it a shot. King Mystery.
I would give it a shot. I do want to go out shooting guns. It is a fun time. Let's go bang, bang, bang.
I think if I just go, you know what? I have enough money to where I can just buy more potion when I exit this dungeon. I'm gonna use the potion.
You bought the potion, you better use the potion.
But I believe if I go down these stairs over here, I'll be up in the right spot.
I swear to God, you little people, these little mummies.
Mummies alive? How many times am I gonna say that?
Little boys.
Every time, y'all. Technically, they're Gibdos, actually. Hey, what's up, Arash?
What up, Arash?
What's chat saying?
It's kind of like Metro 2033, King. A nightmarish thought to me, imagine your real life gun took money out of your bank account when you fire it. Yeah, it is kind of like Metro 2033.
Okay, no, you did that in that game.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played. They just had that for free, right? Or something? I think it's Metro 2033 was free on Steam, so if you're looking for video games, they got some fun stuff recently. Yeah, thanks so much for catching the stream. We're glad you're here. It's got a good turnout, man. It's always a fun time. Good folks. Right, Barney? You don't care. You're cozy. She does care though, chat. She loves you. She can't see.
Don't you lie to them.
Oh. She has feelings about people, that's for certain.
It's this place.
Burn the Kit Kats. Yeah, you definitely gotta fight for the frame rate.
I just don't remember. There's a stairwell somewhere that transports me, if I remember right. Actually, I think it's one more up, and I better Looks like I gotta kill these guys, Steven.
Oh boy. Here I go killing again. My God. Now, Harry, were your siblings as into video games as you are?
I had an older sister that was into the Super Nintendo. I think just because like the Super Nintendo 90s Donkey Kong Country. In a casual sense.
Yeah.
She had a Game Boy and couldn't figure out how to get through Link's Awakening and handed it off to me, and that's kind of how I started with Zelda.
Oh, interesting. It's a fun way to get into it.
Into Street Fighter, I had a sister's into Street Fighter, Donkey Kong Country, Yoshi's Island, Mario. Nice.
All real fun games too.
Here we go. I believe this is what I'm looking for.
Hey. Good. Super bass. It's everywhere. Thanks for hanging out, Cruddler. Go get some food.
Yeah.
Munch it up. Ha 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 ha.
Ho ho.
Ho ho ho.
Yeah, even the Master Sword takes multiple hits to eliminate them, so good work there. I think I could just bomb this north wall and be in the boss room, which I want to do because I got all the outer space dungeon. I don't need to waste time here. Also, I have infinite keys now. I don't need to. Oh, I don't have the bomb though. I need bombs. Dang.
Where them bombs at?
How dare they? Let's wand here.
Magic wand. These fancy boys. Their little capes.
Yeah. Hey, bombs. Except now I don't need them because... Oh, yeah. 10th enemy has the bomb. Okay.
The 10th one?
I think the whole point of this room is to give you bombs so that you bomb the wall over here.
Oh, got you. Yeah.
Not quite the sophisticated clockwork puzzle that later Zelda dungeons are, but there's some intention there. I like it. I respect it. I don't respect this dragon's face.
Consensual.
Yeah.
Love that. Nice.
And we've done it. We've collected the whole Triforce. Wow. We are ready. We are wiser. We are stronger. We are smarter.
That.
There has been no internal investigation to my psyche, but I know I'm going to get that princess. All right, let's see. I need some bombs. I want to max out my bombs because I bought all the bomb expansions, and I also want to get some health. I mean, not some health, some health potion. Okay, more bombs.
See, man, like you're in your dungeon getting spanked by your dad. We're in our dungeon getting the Triforce.
Yeah, look at that full triangle right there. We got books, we got rings, we got the infinite key. Yeah, we're pretty well covered on everything. That empty slot's the meat. I don't think there's really anything else in the discrete inventory though. I think we got all the hearts. I think we got all the bomb upgrades.
Yep.
I don't think there's any other expansion things to find.
And you do got that good gold.
That good gold. Yeah, I got a lot of rupees.
Cash for gold now. It's great. Making Zuckerberg necklace now. You could. Dude, yes.
That's Zuckerberg.
Such angles 3. You love a Triforce. Chat, how many of you in chat have a Triforce tattoo? Go.
I have
Who has it?
a Triforce belt buckle on right now. Well, not a whole it's the royal family crest, but there's a Triforce on it. I'm all decked out on Zelda gear tonight.
For it.
I was wearing Zelda gear last night too. Didn't realize how much I had until
Until you started looking.
Until I started looking, and I was like, oh wow, yeah. Which is interesting to me because I would consider Majora's Mask one of the few Zeldas to get over this interiority thing I'm complaining about, and actually just be entertaining ideas about stuff. Through choosing masks and the way you prioritize objectives in that game, the game's playing with your sense of identity and kind of like what you value. You can't save everyone in a single run, so you have to like make some calls as far as like what's gonna be saved this run, what needs to be prioritized.
Yeah.
Also, there's like interpretations about friendship and such in it that I think are cut above what is usually in a Zelda, but so many other Zeldas really are just the texture of a generic sword and sorcery adventure, and it's in, you know, this discrete item expansion and the feel of the blade slicing through enemies and the Pavlovian hooks of dominating things on the quest that you feel good. It's the basic thing. It's the basic things of power fantasy done right, you know? Which is why it's so popular, but at the same time, I question without that the Majora's Masks and the Link's Awakenings, where you're actively interrogating like the question of the quest, like what does Zelda as a franchise say? It says Nintendo makes a lot of money off of making you feel like a hero.
Yep. It says buy more, get the next big thing.
Which is fine and dandy if you're not taking these narratives as religion, which I think is where a lot of the gamer chud, gamergate, incel, overdetermination of like game narrative is real life narrative stuff comes from. In the same way we're seeking cults, some dudes, you know, us gamers, huh?
Yep, we're so cool. Dang, Josh Foreman, you've been waiting until you were 50 to get your first tattoo? That's pretty cool. But what are you gonna get?
The futility. I do think the element of futility that this game has in its sort of Ganondorf is one, the land is barren, brownness of it all is something that influenced Team Ico in the best possible way.
Oh yeah.
And it is a callback to a sort of pre-Tolkien, or even the way Tolkien's post-apocalyptic that gets glossed over in some of his more romanticized depictions. This really hits that tone well.
Hell yeah. Nice, Josh. Gonna get a logo for your fantasy novels. Dude.
Is that the stuff you're working on with your mom that you mentioned in the previous chat? That sounds like a really cool endeavor, just like to do that.
Yeah, definitely keep us posted and feel free to post some more stuff in the chat on that, because we love really cool stuff. Obviously. Obviously we like Zelda. We like cool shit. And I know we're all really niche.
We'll talk more about like cool as a concept in the second half of this stream, because it does tie into what we're talking about with like Link on the surface level upgrading and getting newer and bigger toys, but inside being the same empty boy. But you know what? Before we talk about that stuff, we're going to take a break. We are at the final dungeon. We are here in Death Mountain, where Ganondorf lurks. Somewhere deep within this dungeon, the King of Evil lurks, and we're gonna lance his head with a silver arrow. We're also gonna find the red key. But before we do all that, we're gonna stand up, we're gonna stretch, we're gonna make sure we're not messing up our back.
Yeah, check our posture, everybody.
Yeah, everybody check their posture, get some water, smoke them if you got them. It is break time. It is 8:46. We'll be back at 9 p.m. just to make sure everybody gets extra stretched and rested. See you then.
See you soon, y'all.
Yeah, welcome back to TechnoPoverty. I'm Henry.
I'm Jacob.
And we're playing The Legend of Zelda. If you just saw what you just saw, yes, our next game is Jet Set Radio Future. We're going to be playing that while talking a bit about, we're going to talk about a bunch of books. J.R.R. is going to be kind of a big block like Maximo was. It's going to take multiple nights. To kick things off, we'll probably be talking about Hunter S. Thompson's Hell's Angels. And Jack Black's You Can't Win. Those are going to be the two books that we're going to use to kind of kick off our discussion of history's winners and losers. And, you know, there's so many cliched turns of phrase about history as far as history being written by the winners. And we'll get into it when we get to Jet Set Radio Future. For now, we have arrived at Death Mountain. and we are here to banish the evil King of Darkness, Ganon. So,
Death Mountain.
yeah, we have this blank map, we have this huge inventory, we have 88 rupees, infinite keys. Is that 9 bombs I see? Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, appreciate it. I got my beer.
Nice, nice, nice.
I think everyone, did everyone get a stretch?
Yeah, how's everybody? I hope everybody's Thursday's going well. It is Friday tomorrow, my dudes.
Yeah, y'all.
Celebrate, you're there. The week is ending.
Yeah, does anyone have any cool weekend plans? Anything doing fun?
Again, tomorrow we will be screening The Count of Monte Cristo if you're on the Discord.
Yeah. Any idea rough time right now? Or is that
6 p.m. Central.
Cool.
And just a heads up, it is a 3-hour movie.
Yeah. And jump on it. It's really fun watching movies over the stream on Discord.
We did Freddy Got Fingered, we did Kneecap, we did Hundreds of Beavers, we did Flesh and Blood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been really
top
fun
secret, R.I.P. Val Kilmer.
Ah, yeah, R.I.P.
Oof. These wizards are just harassing me.
These wizards and these, like, excuse me, COVID vaccine germs. The COVID germs.
Oh, those are bubbles. That's actually a skull on fire.
I was gonna say, I see the skull. Man.
Oh, man. I don't even think I need to be in this room, to be honest.
Man, Saturday is King's Day in the Netherlands, on which the whole country becomes a flea market. That sounds
there's probably some real
cool.
There's probably some real cool knives there.
Dude, listen. If there's one thing I love, like I love flea markets and I love demolition derbies. And I guess fairgrounds. It's kind of like a general thing. Like what's happening on fairgrounds, I'm probably down to go check it out.
I've honestly never been to the Texas State Fair, which it's supposed to be huge, right?
Yeah, the one up in Dallas.
Up in Dallas?
Yeah, we should go this next coming year.
TechnoPoverty plays the Texas State Fair.
You know what we could do a live stream where we walk
play
around
like Red Dead on your Steam Deck while experiencing the fair.
Oh man, it'd be so much fun.
I'm trying to wrap my head around the technical side of that, but yeah. Man, we did say the word cool, and we were going to talk more about the word cool. I promised that before the break, so let's not be mean to the people. No, actually, we're going to not talk about the word cool, because that's what's cool. Back to the Texas State Fair. How big are the glizzies?
Man, huge. Honestly, that's my favorite part of the Texas State Fair is they release over social media all the different snacks you can get there. And I love fair food.
I remember going to the Indiana State Fair. Yeah.
How was that?
They had a chicken flying contest that was pretty fun to watch.
Oh, a chicken flying.
They'd put the chicken way up high on a roost and push it, and whichever chicken made it the furthest. Which,
man, I would honestly watch that for a while.
Yeah, for those of you who are fans of later Zelda entries, you know how chickens work in the later games, especially in Ocarina of Time. Grab them and fly for a short distance.
Helpful chickens. Yeah, man, we used to go to tractor pulls. That was really fun.
That sounds cool.
Just seeing how much a tractor can pull. Just bigger and bigger concrete blocks. There's no way this tractor can pull that giant house block.
Yeah, you brought destruction derbies earlier, and I remember going to a derby with you, and it really is something to me to see that kind of the
that
physics
experience.
Of it. Yeah, there's something haptic to that gets lost a lot of the time in the documenting or the recording of it versus.
Oh yeah, versus being there. Oh, absolutely.
Again, you can see pictures of the Grand Canyon, but it's not the same as seeing the Grand Canyon. Sort of that type.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And there's just something fun. My favorite thing about most demolition derbies is that there's usually a raffle where you can potentially win a car to drive inside a demolition derby.
A fishing derby.
A fishing derby? I'm intrigued because, like, I mean, I'm glad you say that's an unpopular opinion because I do think that just crashing cars in general is going to be cooler than a lot of things that aren't crashing cars. But I am open to there being other sports because you can't just have that be the only thing you do, obviously. You know, variety is the spice of life. But a fishing derby is this just a speed fishing thing, trying to get as many fish as possible, or is there something else that makes
is it just like a fishing competition?
Yeah.
I haven't fished in a long time, and I want to. And we're in a place with fishing holes, you know?
You know, I would definitely be down for going fishing sometime.
Yeah.
I haven't been fishing since I was a kid, but I mean, like, you know, it's not that hard.
No.
I think we just have to get a license, but that's pretty easy. We'll live stream us fishing as well.
Playing fishing games?
Yeah, while actually fishing.
Best of the fishing games.
About it.
I haven't played a fishing game since the Super Nintendo era, like a dedicated fishing game.
Yeah.
Like there's like a Bass Pro Master, whatever. Do they still have
the Bass Pro Shops? Yeah.
Well, like just like a dedicated fishing like league game with like named talent and stuff.
Oh, I think they do. I know there's a VR one that they did. I don't know if it's Bass Pro, it's definitely some pro fishing thing.
Very glad I got all the bomb expansions as it was almost fun.
Yeah, and yeah, a friend you had once. Definitely, please let me know about these fishing derbies. I am curious too, actually. Is that I remember a clip going viral a while ago of a guy in a fishing contest who was like stuffing his caught fish with lead balls and also like fish meat. So that way his fish would be like way more. So he was winning like tens of thousands of dollars at these competitions.
Wow.
Until he finally overstuffed it. I just remember everyone sitting around him as they're just revealing how much he'd just been cheating for who knows how long. Okay. It's a fishing contest. You either get the biggest fish or the most fish, so it's depending on the rules of like whichever specific one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm intrigued. I'm not against it necessarily. Yeah, a guy trying last summer to put some weights in his fish, and apparently that happens a lot. It was the craziest clip of just like, and people were ripped.
That's very wacky. That's like that sounds like some shit Bluto is doing in Popeye, you know?
Yes, exactly. It's so cartoon that you're like, there's no way that this would work, right? And then these people are just getting these huge...
like fucking loading the fish up.
Yeah. Throwing his big curly mustache. Like, you're just like, what cartoon logic are you using for this? But you know what's actually kind of going off on that thread just a little bit is that like the old cartoons when they were talking about like whenever they would have cartoons throwing spikes on the road and nails and then or like pouring oil, is that like there were cars that were doing that to cops back in the day, like while trying to get moonshine across state lines, and it actually worked. You could just pop tires really easy. Ah, God, so funny. There was a guy who put weights in a shark one time. That's insane. Like, and what kind of prizes do they win with this? And it's, you know, a couple $1,000 or like giant things, right? Because I think there was like a boat up for as one of the grand prizes and one of the competitions the guy was caught in. But King Mister, you're absolutely right. You have to believe in your dreams and reach for the stars. You gotta stuff that fish when things get hard. No one's looking. You already bought the tilapia, just shove it inside there. It's not gonna get any better. Man, but I will say, going back onto demolition derbies, a really fun one. Other than England I think England and Ireland have, it's called banger racing, which I think is a little bit cooler than demolition.
Banger racing?
Yeah, and it's like, it's the same thing.
I don't trust the English to anything cool. Like,
I don't trust their food, but I do trust
I hear that and I'm just like, it sounds like something,
I trust their...
I don't want to say anything ageist.
It's like bangers and mash, you know. They're
It just
foods.
it doesn't sound texturally appealing at all.
I mean, it's very off-putting, certainly. But man, is it so much fun. But those ones are more intense because it's them like racing in a racetrack, and if they crash, no one slows down. They just keep crashing. It's great. Like, it's a real fun time, and the action happens quick. The fun thing they have down in
I'm sorry, but like, for some reason, I never thought of like British car. Well, like I know there's British car culture, but I usually think of it as like a Top Gear kind of dudes. But like the way you just described it, like the banger mashing, is like I'm thinking of like a British fucking Bruce Springsteen, like
born in the United Kingdom.
Born in the UK. We don't bangers on the road. It's just he's not like, let me tell you, he's not as good as Bruce Springsteen at all, is what I'm saying. Like, it's the same, he's aiming for the same affects, yeah, right, but like none of the actual cultural resonance because like it's just not, you can't do that as a British person.
It just doesn't work.
Actually,
it doesn't work when you have beans for breakfast as like one of your main dishes.
I'm like, are there, it's like British greaser a thing? Like, I can't think of many like British greasers in pop culture, but
I can.
The closest I can think of are like I don't know if I'm being too like stereotypical here, but I'm like maybe I'm just thinking of Irish guys when I'm thinking of like what comes close to like a greaser in like BBC
like
shows.
Cillian Murphy.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Fucking the Peaky Blinders gif is playing in my head. I'm like, wait, but he's not British. Like,
so this guy's next to the British. Banger race. Oh man, X1. Banger racing. Brought to you by the same people who wanted to call Parmesan sprinkly cheese.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're just goofy. I'm sorry. Like it's charming in its own way. But like,
I'm sure it's a fun time.
Yeah.
But it sounds silly.
Because like I'm trying to think of like greaser or tough guy British dude. It's like it's Andrew Tate. Like.
Yeah.
I don't even want to begin psychoanalyzing that, man.
Yeah, no, let's not deep dive into that one. Oh god.
I'm glad this old lady sells potions right next to Death Mountain.
Right? I love her accoutrements.
Right, her cave is just surrounded by the most terrifying cyclopses. Okay.
That's true. Yeah, no one butchers the English language like the English. Absolutely. It's like no one will correct you more than the French. It's just what they do. It's so good. What the fuck is that? Fiery caterpillar.
It's exactly as described, Jacob. Exactly as described.
Alright, well.
You're asking the question, not comprehending, you articulated the answer within.
My god. I have ascended.
What has the game done to you? It has hollowed you out.
I am a shell of my former self.
This is actually very much what Dark Souls is playing with the concept of going hollow.
Man, yeah.
See, when I turn off this game, Link's quest is just on pause. When you turn off Dark Souls, your body's going hollow.
Yeah. It's a lot more brutal. Link's not that brutal.
Link's just not brutal. What is Link? Is Link... He's a boy adventurer. What is Drive? He's a real cool guy, and... Alright.
Is Link a twink?
Some iterations are. This one's more of just like he's too young and boyish, and like not really like the whole,
like pubescent sort of like... I know where I'm going with it.
I was gonna say I don't want to just start rambling about boys' love on stream because I'm not steeped in the ways, and I definitely don't know the language of the landscape.
Yeah, that's fair. Because we do want to articulate ourselves properly before dissecting something so critical and.
It's a delicate situation there.
Thank you. Good point. We just appreciate it.
We love our friends too much to step on our own dicks like that.
Yeah, truly. Oh, nice. Come on, level 9. fly eye, how dare you?
See, my in-game strategy here really was just to brute force my way. These last 2 dungeons is pretty much just bomb everything, just go. Until you run out of health, die, and then, go refill and spelunk back in.
Oh, that's how I used to play Minecraft. Just a lot of... Ooh.
Yeah, live, die, repeat.
Yep.
You're not hurt by the game. Once again, video games, not hard.
They really are. Especially if you play them. Like, I guess they're even easier if you don't play them, which is, kind of funny, but whatever.
I'm trying to remember if there's an extra. I think, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
They did it.
Oh.
They did it to you. You know what, when you first said the new Zelda, I was thinking Tears of the Kingdom, and I was like, oh no, yeah, there's been new ones. Full disclosure, I keep up least with Nintendo.
Yeah, same.
I only really do keep an eye on, Zelda mainline releases. I'm curious about Metroids, but I haven't been pushed to actually playing any of them.
Yeah. I'm curious if there's a... Oh, I wonder if there's a VR Metroid, because that would be really fun one to be bouncing around shooting in. But...
Alright, we found the red ring. That gives us stronger defense. And you look a little like Mario. Just a little, except without the mustache. I think so.
I can see that, especially from the back,
I like the benefits of the red ring. I don't like the aesthetic of Red Link, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
The brown and red, it doesn't do it for me.
No, they're a little too close in colors. It's kind of gross, honestly. So the new Zelda changes has you gather echoes of objects and creatures in the game and summon them to aid you. That's kind of cool. I do like summoning stuff. Seems real fun.
A side quest set I liked in Tears of the Kingdom was the journalism stuff. That was a good example of keeping things the same quest but varied enough. It didn't have the same kind of honeycomb effect I'm talking about with the other side quests where it's too repetitive too often.
Gotcha, yeah.
You have a furry owl friend who gives you news stories to chase after in each region, basically.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
It's extremely fun. Oh, cool, stopwatch.
I liked a lot of the side things in Red Dead Redemption 2. That one has a lot of fun random side quests that pop up here and there. I want to do more of the online, but you gotta have a lot of friends doing it.
Having never played Red Dead, I do want to do them for stream. Maybe talk a lot of Cormac McCarthy as I have the whole bibliography of that man in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I have, I think I have Blood Meridian. I got a couple audiobooks of his. I forget where I was. I was on a road trip and I was about to start his, but something else jumped in on it.
We should maybe watch Gummo while reading Child of God and talking Red Dead.
Ooh. Man. I was also recently, ever since the PS3 had their update, I've been playing around in the original Red Dead Redemption on the PS3, like online, which there's still an online. Really fun.
So that's the entrance right there. I don't need to worry too much about that. So the red ring was optional. I need to next find the silver key. But honestly, I'm feeling pretty tanked up. I got my potions. I got my 75% defense. I got my master sword. I got 13 bombs. I have infinite keys. We're sitting pretty nice on pretty much everything here.
Yep.
So we're not going to go that way because that little bottom chunk there, from what I remember, is the... Oh, here we go. When in doubt, we'll just go through this locked door, you know?
Yeah.
This is the end of the adventure. The scary skull spooky dungeon.
Right above the right eye.
Yeah, I believe I can blow up a wall right here. Let's see. This level has a lot of bombable walls, but that's why I was buying the bomb expansions. Nope.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. And why aren't you going to the lower part? You're saying there was something happening in the lower right section?
Because that little lower right corner is the when I first entered this dungeon, there's a dash I did to a stairwell, but like that's the entrance to the dungeon. Like I've explored all that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, I don't go this way. There was another stairwell somewhere. Thank you, sir. Why are you chilling in Death Mountain? Oops.
Right, he's like the guy in Discord transform. Discord.
Yeah, Josh, we have a Discord. We have a Patreon access, or we have a Patreon that we do Discord access through.
Yeah.
We do monthly movie screenings, or it's getting kind of weekly. Yeah. It's a bit irregular right now. Yeah, it's a bit irregular right now, but we do, if we hit big enough numbers, it will become a thing where we do a focused, sustainable effort with it.
Yeah. Yeah, once moving is commenced, it'll be a little easier.
Also, yeah, we're currently in the middle of the aforementioned move. Let's go this way.
Yeah, definitely find us on there.
Also, for those of you who haven't checked out the links he sent earlier, Josh Foreman does really cool work.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
definitely follow that Twitch and YouTube as well. I saw he has a nice little YouTube channel going.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll definitely give him a follow later for that. I love really cool artwork. Art's cool, man. It's fun being a person making cool stuff.
Yes, instead of just acquiring the things as our two consumption mind protagonists might, in crafting things, you kind of make your internal external instead of pasting over it.
Yeah, it's always, I don't know, it's very gratifying to have a thing that you've created. They're just like holy these spooky little wizards.
Beneath the left eye, so like 2 rooms above me, but...
I'm actually trying to avoid that for right now.
Yeah, because I need to find the silver arrow first. I forget exactly how to get the silver arrow. I kind of remember the run-up to Ganon, maybe. I forget where the silver arrow is, though. There's like a run-up on the side of the head you want to do, though. These guys, because that'd be really nice if they There's so many things I haven't tested arrows on. Oh yeah, they repel them.
Hey,
all right, choice time. I think I want to go to left. Yeah, okay, I think this might lead to
the
silver key, yeah. I think it pops up a stairwell under one of these razors. Yeah. If this takes me to Ganon, then I think the other spot... Oh, no, yeah. Exactly where I want to be, I think. I think I bombed the wall to my left here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think I bombed the wall to my left here, and there's a stairwell I go down.
Jesus.
Sometimes that happens, it's okay.
Gotcha. I was like, that's not supposed to happen, right? Okay.
Sometimes it just does.
Gotcha. I mean, fair. Listen, we all have our days. I just, I'm just not expecting. Man, those arrows really push those things back.
Yeah, I guess I was just so scared of using my money that I never really got comfortable using the bow as much as I have this.
Does the bow do anything to those guys?
Trying to fool us with their skills.
Yeah.
The real answer is that I think I don't know what the fast forward button to is mapped on the emulator, but okay, so I'm on the Ganon path. I don't know what the fast forward button is, but sometimes it accidentally goes off. I don't have it mapped to anything on the controller, so it might be my keyboard doing something. That laptop's getting kind of old.
Yeah, that's where I was going to say, any spicy pillows?
I need to swap the battery soon.
To the spicy boy.
I don't want to go in case I accidentally... I don't remember if he's in there and then Zelda's in the eye, but I think that's what it is. I don't want to go there yet. I think I know where I need to go to get the silver arrow, though. I need to go to the other part of the left side of the head. The upper left, not the lower left.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess sometimes life does just fast forward.
Sometimes life does come at you fast.
Yeah. Rash Mickey, it's like old PC games in which the game speed is tied to the processor speed, so on new hardware they'd run way too fast.
Fun fact, be very careful playing Resident Evil games on PC because of that. There are certain bosses and stuff where they will have like a healing factor and such, and it is tied to the frame rate, so if you're playing with like the frame rate unlocked, it can make things very hard. But also, if you're playing with the frame rate unlocked, it makes the knife super broken at high performance because, like, in certain games, the knife damage is tied to like the amount of frames it's on the enemy for.
Oh, so you can.
So if you're going like 120 frames per second, yeah, yeah,
it's just like ungodly amount.
But again, some by the same measure, some of the by the same kind of gimmicks, some of the enemies have regeneration techniques that will. Resident Evil 5 in particular, I was co-oping with a friend, and we had to lock our frame rates in because there's a boss that has regenerating health in Resident Evil 5. If you're running on a super powerful PC and you're just like the frame rate do whatever, it's healing back way too fast to
just actually be.
Yeah.
Man, we'll have to play that one in a while.
What's King Mystery saying?
King Mystery, my favorite of those is still the durability of weapons in Dark Souls 2 being tied to the frame rate. So initially on PC, your weapons literally degraded at twice the speed they were supposed to.
Damn.
That is brutal. Like, I would not appreciate that at all.
Dang, they ate my shield. It's okay, that just makes me fearless now. Beat me, I'll kill you from the inside.
The Hamels Mammal ISK a lot.
Yeah, we are finalizing Zelda. That's what we're doing.
I haven't played too much of Dark Souls 2. I've only really played the first one. I really liked it.
I got really into Dark Souls 2 last time I played it. I played it as a wizard and I used 2 wands, so like I was no shielding.
Just dual wielding. Dual wielding.
I feel of the 3 Dark Souls games, not counting Elden Ring, it's the most accommodating towards goofing around.
Oh yeah.
Like it accommodates the widest latitude of combat possibilities. I think Dark Souls 1's a little rough in that sense. You can break Dark Souls 1 with magic pretty easily, and if you're sword and boarding, you'll pretty much be good the whole game. But like if you really want to like get specialized in Dark Souls 1, there's not much on the table.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. They're kind of ammo.
Also, just the way the levels are laid out, there's like they're narrow. The combat's narrow in Dark Souls 1 in a way where there's kind of a specific route they want you to go, even if the overall map is Swiss cheese that interlinks. Dark Souls 2, a lot of the combat's like wider. There's more utility spells and kind of like fun ways to get around things.
Yeah, that's fair. More options.
I do remember, even because I was playing the PS4 version of Scholar of the First Sin last time I replayed it. I do remember being annoyed by the weapon durability more than in other Souls games, just in general.
Yeah. That's interesting. And then New Vegas weapon durability on survival difficulty gives me PTSD. Yeah. Absolutely. A friend you once had is one of the worst cases. God, I love New Vegas too. I just started replaying. It's been forever since I played that one though.
Okay, I want to go over there.
Ooh, speaking of, Fallout's getting a physical release. I'm excited for that one. And excited for the new season. Through Dark Souls 2, but unsure if I should pick up OG Dark Souls 2 or Scholar.
Scholar, definitely get Scholar. It fixes a lot and it makes the narrative a lot more coherent. And even if you don't do all the side quest stuff, Scholar integrates all the side quest stuff in ways that, like, if you get OG in the DLC, there's still gonna be like missing contextual shit, if I remember right. But no, Scholar's great. Scholar fixes a lot of like balance stuff too, as far as the way certain encounters are designed and the way story stuff plays out.
When did Scholar come out?
Like a year or 2 after the original. I don't remember how big a gap there was. But I did play vanilla Dark Souls 2 for a while and thought I knew the game, and then I played Scholar and was like, oh no, yeah, this is substantially better.
Oh yeah, like it was a noticeable improvement. It's kind of nice. Yeah, once all the DLCs were out.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, the level design, I just remember playing the first Dark Souls game and just being in awe of the level design of seeing places and eventually going to those places in such a cool way that I've never seen in a game before. It's real cool. I want more games to do stuff like that.
Yeah, and then remember the first time we discovered the Elden Ring Underground?
Oh yeah.
Elden Ring was just a constant series of like, how big does this map get?
Yeah, every single time it was just like, wait, hold on, there's this whole other section. Like, how is this possible?
And there's just giant ants.
Right. Man. Oh, interesting, Dark Souls being inspired by Ico. Oh, you're a level designer, Josh? That's really, really cool. Yeah. But yeah, just the Souls level design just always blown me away. And Philly, man, let's see, the dreamy haze that Dark Souls 1 has was pretty great. All the characters you meet seem like they're lost in a fog. Yeah, I do really like the vibes of Dark Souls 1. Just something about like the characters that you meet. Also, the camera work.
It's still my favorite narrative-wise of those three.
Yeah.
Oops, I hit the old man. Oh, they started firing fireballs. All right, y'all. I will find where the silver arrow is. I know. I have an idea. I think it was just that Petra stairwell I didn't go down. But also, there's like these one-way doors that really impede.
Yeah. Speaking as a person that has solitaire tattooed.
Solaire.
Oh, Solaire, sorry, thank you. Solaire tattooed on his shoulder. The whole Soul series is a show don't tell masterclass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any photos of that tattoo? I'm curious.
Yeah. Yeah, if you do, and if you feel willing, please feel free to share.
If you feel so inclined.
Yep. We're all friends here, as far as I know. Don't anyone be an asshole.
Find my own son.
I've abandoned my boy. Abandoned my child. Why does everyone laugh when after they speak in that game? You know, because life is a grand comedy.
How else do you cope with
death?
The tragedy. Yeah, I got it, dude.
Yeah, exactly, Philly man, because what else can you do in that hellscape? You gotta laugh. I'm also curious, like, what was life like before, like, falling into the Dark Souls, you know? Like, was it just, like, Tom from accounting, and then he falls into Dark Souls in the afterlife, like, fuck, this is completely different. No worries about that. But, very cool that you have that tattoo. Tattoo, I don't know why I said it like
tattoo.
that. But, cool. Like, I need more tattoos, that's what I need. It's been too long since I've gotten one. Harry, do you have tattoos?
Nope.
Ooh.
Yeah, when was the last time you had a tattoo? Because you have a few, but yeah, I've known you for a while, and you haven't, like, gotten anything since. I feel.
I think the last time I got one, I was 21. I think that was my Misfits tattoo. Got that with a good buddy on a 4th of July. Because we're American. It was a great time.
Am I just recreating my mistakes?
Yeah, Tom from accounting becomes Solaire. Exactly. Like it's the afterlife where like you're going for everything.
I'm also locked. Maybe I can bomb over here. Yeah, I can. Okay, cool.
That's alright, Josh. You can become American. You too can get a crazy fun Misfit skull and complain about prices at bars like I do. It's wonderful. You'll love it.
That is your manifest destiny.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say that was my manifesto.
That is the American promise. Like, you can buy the thing, you can buy the upgrades, and you can complain about buying the upgrades.
Yeah, you can complain about the entire
Just
step
always
of the way.
be buying them upgrades.
Tattoos are fun though. It's gotten so long since I've had a tattoo that I've wanted to go to like do the Friday the 13th tattoo. Sorry guys, but
Fly.
Get over here, Fly. Shit, why don't bother us then? Those tattoos. Complaining's required, that's why we raised the price. That makes sense.
Yeah. Gotta give them something to talk about.
A little mystery to figure out.
Well, okay.
Yes, flea markets, Destruction Derby, and upgrade complaints. I love it. Man, I'm real excited. I missed a Demolition Derby recently, and I was very sad, so I'm hoping I'm going to catch some this summer. And if you ever get the chance, it's real fun to watch cars crash into each other. especially if they let you bring a cooler of beer with yourself. Like, that's a very American fun thing to do.
Again, just the physics of it. It's worth seeing at least once.
Yeah. Because, like, you've seen cars crash in movies thousands of times at this point. And you may have seen, bad car accidents in real life, and that's sad. But these are, like, people, consenting adults getting into car accidents, and it's a fun time.
Yeah, it is interesting to see the margin of risk indulged as far as people slamming the things into each other.
Yeah. I know. I was trying to convince Colton, because we have a good buddy. Me and him were talking about trying to enter a demolition derby and documenting the entire process. Just being complete noobs to it. Because, like, it is a fun little weird community of folks.
Is there prizes, or how's it work?
Yeah, a lot of them do cash prizes,
I know it's like a last car standing thing, but I was like, oh yeah.
Last car standing, and it's usually, like a couple $1,000.
How do they vet people or vehicles? Do they?
Yes, you have to have a bunch of specifications, a bunch of mods that have to be made to the car, so that way it's not as, like, powerful as it could be.
Also, doesn't it have to have, like, rollover bars and such?
Yep. You can't hit driver's side doors, things like that. Definitely need to have a roll cage inside. So there's definitely a lot of good precautionary and safety stuff. But, like, it just looks like so much fun.
Triangulating on, like, what's the safest way we can indulge this danger?
Yeah. Well, and also because, again, like you were saying, you want to be the last car standing. So a lot of people are just driving backwards, so you want to hit people with your trunk. Hit their engine with your trunk.
I remember that being a feature, and yeah, that is one of the things. It's amazing how fast a car will collapse.
Yes.
If they're not doing that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's one of those, like, pro strategy things you don't even realize or think about until you see actually implemented in a real setting.
Yep.
It's kind of like how MMA is sold as, like, being this weird, like, intricate, like, Street Fighter-esque thing. It's like, no, they're just grappling. It's all grappling. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's same thing. Like, no, they're not head-on, like, monster trucking each other. They're, like, backing into each other.
Yeah, exactly.
In a way, that's still a bit more exciting than just grappling.
Oh yeah, totally. Also, I'm not above enjoying the sheer gratuitous decadence of spectacularly destroying marvels of refined materials and technology in a semi-planned, methodical manner. Yeah, it's so much fun. I remember growing up as a kid, it was one of my favorite parts of going to the county fair. Just seeing them cars crash.
There we go.
Oh!
The silver arrow.
The silver arrow. Now waste it.
What is my... Okay. So I might want to run back out and get the potion. But I also might just rush Ganon. Let's see. If I rush Ganon and die, I can always just go get the potion then.
Yeah, try that. Like, listen here, Ganon.
Ganon.
We don't like that. We don't need that.
So, do I want to go get the shield again?
Potentially.
I do kind of want the big shield. I missed Big Shield.
Big Shield.
Big Shield missed me. Alright.
I like Big Shield.
If I die, that's fine. I'll be able to go buy the potion and maybe go grind for Big Shield.
Andrew, if you die in the video game, you die in real life.
No, that was a work of fiction, Jacob.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my. Well, this changes everything. I've been living in fear this whole time.
Yeah, you have.
Well, now I just feel silly. I feel like a fool. I've wasted so much time.
Do they know yet in this timeline that the lottery's not real? Yeah, just pro tip, if you don't know yet, the lottery is just a government system to catch time travelers, y'all. So you can stop wasting your money on that.
Yep.
If you want actual tax dollars going towards education, demand public education reform. Don't like what's going on with all this voucher shit.
Oh yeah, the Texas stuff is really weird. As a person who doesn't have a kid but still cares about public education for the rest of the entire country.
Yeah, because I'm going to be an old man one day, and those kids are going to be at the computer mad at me.
Their AI is going to be telling them to pull the plug on.
Right.
I'm like, no, don't. Please, no.
Okay, you know what? We're just gonna do this raw. We're doing it live, y'all. I have the tiny sword. I have 3.5 hearts.
Your Bible shield.
I have that's not a shield. That's a Bible. I'm gonna be running with the Bible. Let's go. Let's go.
You have the sword of the Spirit in your breastplate of righteousness. I forgot.
There he is.
Oh, this fat little piggy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you dashingly blue pig. Yep.
It's all right. We're gonna go buy some medicine. Daddy's gonna get his medicine, or he's gonna fix this whole thing.
Fucking get back here. I'm gonna go fucking repair my car. I'll be right back. Gonna go down to the gas station.
I know how to weld.
Man, dude, welding is fun. Went over to Colton's one time and he had a welding machine. We're just sitting in his garage, just putting pieces of metal together aimlessly. It was great.
We filmed a fight opera promo with a forge. It wasn't welding.
Yeah,
it was
that's right.
It was a
you're
forge
showing me
promo.
that. That's cool. Oh, and remember we did that flip side. Whenever we did our cups, we got to weld that. That was really fun.
The forever memento. Okay, let's go find a ferry and maybe, just maybe, get that big shield. Oh yeah, it's 9:47. We got plenty of time.
Yeah. And if you ever get the opportunity to weld something, like someone's just like, you want to try this? Take it.
Do wear proper eye protection though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But and obviously go with a trained person, but it's really fun.
Really, really don't want to mess with your eyes.
Yeah.
The precious eyeballs.
I use my eyes a lot. I'm a very visual person, so though I do like audiobooks. Get it. Let's bank these fools.
I'm trying to remember, is the cheap shield 60 or 90? I'm about to find out. I think it's 90. If so, we'll just walk to the fairy fountain. 90. Okay. They just beat it in an argument. Yeah, pure onanism.
Wait, you've been seeing people unironically post conversations with chatbots where they beat it in an argument? What is it? Why even do that with your time? What is the perceived gain?
I don't know. Oh, this bug's getting me.
Like, I understand people messing with AI to get AI to do things it's not supposed to do, because that's just kind of the typical hacker break a thing because you can. Just stay right there, fly. Stop flying around.
Okay. Oh, we got the potion, we got full life. Do I really need the shield?
While you were out partying and talking to girls, I was studying the chatbot. My digital girlfriend doesn't make me cry. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, to get a bit back into the acquisition of the symbols and the external, never looking internal. It's wanting the appearance of a conversation, or the appearance of the girlfriend's the role that they've been socialized to believe they need. It's not that they can't. If they had a real girlfriend, they'd be just as objective with her as far as the dehumanization goes.
I don't have a girlfriend in my girlfriend slot, and I'm supposed to be...
Right, my discrete inventory, my discrete inventory slot, the girlfriend hole is currently empty.
I really need to get that.
Hey, can you fill out the inventory space, and then I'm gonna get the job hole filled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not what life is.
What do you mean that's tied to the economy?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand.
No, we're gonna do great with the tariffs.
Tariff. Get it. Get him. Old sandfoot motherfuckers.
We're grinding to 90. We're going for the shield.
I love it.
IDKFA. Get all items, all weapons, full inventory.
All of it. I need everything, otherwise people are gonna call me stupid.
Yeah, to what extent do I need to do I need to get everything in the game?
Right? What do I gain?
Link's quest never ends. It's credits roll, there's a new game plus. How do I access the real life console menu to type in IDKFA? Please tell me.
Nice. I asked ChatGPT to picture Trump liberating liberation from the liberators.
Don't ask it anything. Oh, this fly.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Oh, DeepSeek, you Chinese wonderful. At least now it's not moving. Ooh. Just a picture of Exhibit. Hell yeah. With a TV in his car.
We used to pimp rides as a country.
We truly did. There's some really funny YouTube videos, some guy who had found like a couple Pimp My Ride cars like in junk lots. Damn.
Oh, this is where pimped rides go to die.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Alright, Ganon.
Alright, we're beelining through Death Mountain. We are getting to Ganon. We're stabbing that pig.
My brother and I call AI Chad GPT. Thanks, Chad.
Why? It's not Chad.
I think that's why you call it Chad, because it's super not Chad. It's like calling a big guy tiny.
It's not a guy, though.
Yeah,
These things aren't people.
I mean, yeah, absolutely, but like for just us doing things, it's weird to not have a name. Program.
Yeah. Computer.
Computer.
Make it so.
Allow me so to do so. Thank you, computer.
Earl Grey. Hot.
Man, my favorite thing about Earl Grey tea is that it tastes
like Fruit Loops. It's delicious.
Fruit Loops?
Yeah.
I've never gotten that from Earl Grey.
Yeah, you get a little bit of cream in there. Delicious warm Fruit Loops. Obviously, you don't want totally warm Fruit Loops, but in this case.
Are Fruit Loops still legal, or did we get rid of dyes? Are we actually becoming healthy again?
Yeah, does everyone feel healthier now? I, for one, want more dyes. Give me the seed oils.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a Steak and Shake yet, though I do just Steak and Shake in general. But for their burgers, not for their fries. Which I said, there used to be a Steak and Shake down in the South. No more. Oh god.
There's enough burger places.
There are. I love my burger treats. Alright, Fruit Loop tea to people. It's great. The people will love their Fruit Loop tea. It's quite delightful. I'm trying to think what the other tea is that I like. Chai tea. Chai tea is also really good.
I like green tea and I like red tea.
Yeah. A pu'er tea.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Black Phoenix Oolong.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tea House Ghost.
Yeah,
Follow them on YouTube.
Yeah, Tea House Ghost on
And
YouTube.
their
is also-
socials. Yeah, West China Tea.
Yeah, West China Tea Company, if you're looking for delicious teas, great stuff. Directly sourced from small tea farms in China. The tea's incredible. You will not be let down.
My go-to for green tea.
I love a good white tea from them too. These damn ghosts.
No,
Like
nothing
East
at
India
all.
Tea Company. No. No, this one's owned by a Chinese American.
Yeah.
Very. As far as I can, I vouch for. They're great, owned by a great person, great individual, and great quality.
Quality?
Yeah, I was not a big tea person at first, then went there a couple times and quickly became far more into it.
I was vaguely getting into tea culture, but yeah, really updated my outlook on it. All right, here we go.
Tea House Ghost. That's right.
Yeah, Tea House Ghost. Check them out.
Yeah, you love it.
And show me the demon.
Give me that piggy. I wonder if he's like a little eye drop under the left eye because it's like a little like a murder, you know? Is that what that little red is?
Oh man,
There.
gang affiliation Ganon.
Shoot. ZDEI.
No, because as we've seen with the economy, DEI is good.
Yeah.
You take the DEI out of the economy go bad.
Never gonna have his
Got him, and he exploded violently into blood. Don't we love it, folks? We love our gory Zelda finales, don't we? Yeah, you have to slash him while he's invisible, and then when you hit him with the sword, he is visible, and you have to do that a few times until he turns red, and then you pop him like a balloon, like we just did.
It's kind of great. Get them all bruised.
Yeah, those are the remains of the great King of Evil. Look at Link's cold, dead eyes. All right. Well, folks, we did it. We beat the King of Evil, and we have found the Princess Zelda. Let's banish these fires.
Now he's gonna have premarital sex.
And
Yeah, Ganon is running with the Crips now, actually.
yeah, there we go. Thanks, Link. You're the hero of Hyrule. You mean I wasn't playing as Zelda this whole time? Peace returns to Hyrule. This ends the story.
Oh. We did it, y'all.
Yeah. Dun,
Yeah, leaving the upside down Triforce inside his guts. Gross, you know.
Another quest will start from here. Press the start button.
Oh god, there it is, just stuck in his body.
Yeah, there's the bloody Triforce of power. Look at that Nintendo gore. I forgot right up until it actually happened that that's how Ganon goes out. So yeah, we saved Hyrule. We popped the bad guy like a zit. That's
Gratifying, honestly.
right. Here's just a quick guide to something that may tell you the priorities of a narrative. How soon after the bad guy gets popped like a pimple do the characters resolve any of their inner conflicts that the narrative antagonism was highlighting? If the dude just pops and instantly it goes down, you're probably dealing with a less interior story. I bring this up because Sinners is excellent at being about dedicating itself to the characters and their psychologies and what happens after the monster element itself is dealt with. Cannot stress enough how fun that movie is. I'm going to press the start button just to show you all that Link's quest does not end. I died 13 times. As you see that big sword there?
Dang.
Jacob, there's a second game. There's a new game plus to The Legend of Zelda.
What?
And the thing is, the new game plus is a remix. So this guy's gonna give me the sword, but I've honestly never done the Master Quest. I'm a bit intimidated by it. But this is the Master Quest. It is round 2. They remix the item locations, the characters as if they're like NPCs, but like the enemy layouts, the dungeon layouts, the overworld looks the same, but the dungeons are in different spots.
Oh, interesting. So just different places altogether.
Yeah, items have different prices, etc. I don't know where the first big standard deviation is, but like the dungeons are way meaner.
Yeah. New bushes to burn.
New bushes to burn. Exactly. So if you really want to be a hero boy, it's still not, there's not a lesson for Link to have gleaned. Even Mega Man X is kind of there pondering at the end, and you as the mechanical soul of the monster, he's wondering why he commits violence, why he has to keep pushing forward, what keeps driving him.
Yep.
There's sort of some ludonarrative harmony between the ethos of the character and the mechanics of the story. Link doesn't have that. He's the driver. He drives. He's the sword and sorcery boy. You stab the right things. You dominate with violence.
Yeah.
And what happens at the end of that quest? You start anew. It's just like Valhalla. You're the great warrior, just constantly battling. And now the quest is tougher. What a fun video game. What a elaborate video game for an NES cartridge. What a mind-blowing step up from adventure and what people had conceived of as adventure games up until that point, you know? This video game presented a persistent world across multiple screens in a way that you could revisit and crawl around and burn into your brain. The Legend of Zelda. Alright, y'all, I'm going to mute this. We're going to call it a night there. This has been The Legend of Zelda. We've been talking about silent protagonism and the lack of interiority, kind of poking at these conditioning ideas we've been talking about since Maximo as far as fantasy and male conquest goes. Thanks for hanging around for so much. We're going to be stepping out of the realm of fantasy and moving into the future next. As you saw when we got back from break, we're going to be playing JSRF next. We're going to be talking about Hunter S. Thompson. We're going to be talking about Jack Black. Not that Jack Black, the other one. Give it a Google. The different guy. As always, Mondays and Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be watching The Count of Monte Cristo this Friday at 6 p.m. If you're inclined, check out the Patreon or the Ko-fi for details on how to access the Discord.
Yeah, come check it out.
But until then, take care. We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, thanks again, y'all. It's always a pleasure, like genuinely.